So at least, even if you lose the series, you're not out of the groups. That's the
Nope, it
positive
is
side about
GSL.
GSL.
Yep.
So you can try stuff out, especially game ones might be the ones where you can maybe experiment on something you've brought up in scrims. Maybe try something out, maybe a little bit different. What I like with Brame, they're not afraid to pick this Drow pick, even though Venge is banned. Because you're like, Drow Venge, every time, Drow Venge, Drow Venge, Drow Venge. You have that support pick open now as well, but who do you lane with the Drow? If it's not the Venge, what would it be?
You don't really like Venge Drow is always good. Venge plus any range is good, but like it's not instrumental. I think the key thing here is because they have this aggressive nature of Bloodseeker CK, you can mitigate the need for range, i.e. the Venge enabling Drow, because they're going to be tanking up all the damage. You have two big frontliners. So in terms of support, you just need, well, as soon as SPigs reveal where the heroes are going, this next pick will indicate, okay, is the snap off lane? Is it mid? Again, like I said, off lane. And it's Medusa. Oh, they just go for a straight Medusa. So they keep that flexibility open into the last pick for Pigs. And now Brame, they're going to have to go, okay, they're going to have to predict something here. Who's most likely laning where? And I think, in terms of, you said position 5, against most likely Tiny plus, thinking of Thug's heroes, it'll be, no, not Thug, sorry, of Mitch's heroes, it'll be Centaur or Underlord or something like this. Then a lane Sakura Ogre could be kind of casual. Cheeky little Ogre.
Could be. You said Pig still keeping that flexibility open. Right now, I feel like I might have to slightly disagree, just looking at how do you get the best out of your lanes. Tiny Undying seems a bit off, I guess.
No, I mean, okay, before we get carried away, I mean, it's Medusa carry, Undying 5, Tiny 4, and Snapfire is offlane or mid. That's like the only flex that they have. So it's
that's what I also
not too
thinking
crazy.
As well.
Yeah.
But it's still one or two options. It's not like it's 100% gonna be as it is.
But knowing Pigs, it is. Let's be real. Noob on the Snapfire is pretty well driven. And Brame, I think, should identify this. And like I said, the bans, you know, maybe not Centaur because they care, they respect the Bloodseeker matchup, the movement idea. But okay, they ban out Furion.
Dyer's ban.
Is Underlord gonna get banned? Pretty decent hero against the idea of push, the illusions.
I like the idea. If Brame decide to ban it, since what you really want, why I talked about the Drow Venge a lot, is because the reason why Venge is so good is it's a saving hero to allow the Drow to reposition and continue fighting. Because that's what you do. You run at the Drow. You go on top of the Drow. And the less resources you can use for it, the better. Because anybody nearby takes away all that damage. That's why I think Underlord would be a great pick for Pigs to just close in the gap, have that route, walk in, and just be there. They ban the Mars, okay, that's something similar to it. But that will make a great pick right now.
What is Spartan's hero? What's the cheeky pos 5 that's going to be able to potentially play up into this more aggressive nature of a Tiny +1?
Well, the IO's banned, so one of his...
I'm loading up the hero list. I'm having a little gander.
Yeah, actually don't know where to go for.
Grimstroke.
Okay.
It's not not the craziest synergy, but it's not bad either.
So the reasoning behind this will just simply be, it does give potential kill threat. The CK being position 4, you have this Ink Soul target now that you can throw into the fight. You've got the double rupture value. But also think about when Drow wants to go to jungle, you have a support that can push out this bot wave. Pigs don't have innate tower damage, and with the hero pool of their offlaner, it also doesn't really build into tower damage. He's playing these more beefier heroes. So this Grimstroke could easily start playing bottom alone. Drow jungles, DPCK Bloodseeker start running around pressuring objectives. You then have like a plan to play. And I don't mind it overall. It's a very nice draft from Brame. It's like super aggressive, strong lanes. And yeah, all out, just full on fight. It's a pleasant surprise. I think that last series had a bit of some question marks thrown around, but no, Brame, they've got a good idea on how they want to approach this game. Now the question is, are they able to execute?
Pigs last pick with the last second. Centaur. This is just perfect for closing in the gaps, getting in the faces of Brame, and also disengaging from the exorcism. So this hero really is the ultimate team fighter here for Pigs.
Yeah, the only kind of question mark around it is the fact that you have this the bind from the Grimstroke, the double rupture. Centaur's all about movement, so they can play around that. The flip side to that is Centaur. He can itemize, maybe a Crimson. He can eventually go Ags. He can be a big damage mitigator. And the eventual tanking of SPigs might come into effect. But I think there's the early damage that Brame have. It's going to be really hard to deal with. And for SPigs, they need DNZ. They need LeBron to be in their correct positions. Because if they're a little bit too late to an engagement and Brame have set themselves up for the fight, it will be really difficult to enter that fight, playing into the illusions of a CK, just the general range that a DP and Drow provide. So, yeah, it'd be a really fun matchup because, like I said, Brame, the new team, they're trying to show to the world that they can battle up in EU. And I think Spartan's very confident he really wants it. And SPigs, they've got a draft which is every single hero is full on comfort. They are in their very comfortable place, and they should be able to execute this lineup. So yeah, if Brame are able to win this, then big props to them.
Definitely is. Also talking about like these two teams in general, SPigs now have one entire tournament under their belts with Thug being the carry player, because they were 4+0 kind of in a sense, looking for who's the stand-in to take over the carry spot. And I feel like Thug's actually sat in pretty well with the SPigs. He's they like playing around him, and seems like he also works around with the strengths of his team. Right now, getting to play these big heroes, like if we talk about Charlie-esque heroes, full-on man fight after farming for a long time and just playing through that, not having like these aggressor carry types of heroes. Thug, I mean, he might play an Ursa here and there, he might have like an Anti-Mage, but that's also a farming hero. TV's a farming hero, Medusa's a farming hero. So
Booktop, oh, what a lad. Does a shout out and then kills DNZ.
Alright. And the young player Wish gets first blood.
Great first blood, especially for that mid lane. Quick little bit of history. Booktop is a lad. He runs an organization or a group of players who play under the name of Level Up. He's forever been in the tier 3 scene, trying to find new players and build a team. They play one tournament, they disband, but they're forever doing it. And you know what? It's it was weird to see his name again. And look at the continued aggression. Thug and LeBron trying to go for a rune, but
beautiful body
they're just
blocks. Beautiful. That's a courier careful LeBron, but that really doesn't do that much of a trick. Killing off two heroes to start off with. DNZ and Thug both dying. It looks like we're going to get maybe a third kill. LeBron, I guess, the high ground. He's got 20 decay stacks. Never mind. You ain't going to kill a Undying with +12. It's going to be difficult. DNZ, though. Comes to Mitch. The stunts and tosses come out. Focus. What is this brawling?
Oh, fight.
A real fight at the schoolyard. We've got 4 kills and we're just starting the laning stage. Would you say this is some sort of asserting dominance on both sides? Just, going at their throats right away. Second, boy.
Yeah. It just shows that Brame did their research coming into the series. Like the DNZ pathing, often he likes to go aggressive, get that cheeky kind of understanding of who's playing top. And they were just ready, positioned there to kill him. And then, of course, Thug, they naturally want to rotate into that bounty to steal it. But DNZ died so quickly, Brame were able to rotate over and then capitalize on that killing Medusa. So, yeah, very good start for Brame.
Mitch also getting bullied in lane here. Looks like this combo seems to work out nicely. Usually it's the Venge throwing in a stun, maybe getting a body block or two. Right now it's a safe range Stroke of Fate and a range hero with a bit more range, so get to bully the Centaur properly. Stomanen, however,
It's a product of the fact that DNZ, he pulls the wave so it resets behind him. Spartan doesn't allow Centaur to get out into the lane. He doesn't have a salve either to regen and muster up, so... Yeah, and if you look at this top wave, it's a double wave for focus, so they're actually going to be the net winners for this trade, because he gets to deny more, and also keep the wave back if needed.
He does, and I was looking the same at bottom. Stomanen's pulled the creeps all the way in front of the tier 3 tower, so... Brame is really utilizing these early seconds, that early experience gain that they can possibly snatch for themselves. Spartan, a bit of a easy camp stack right there. DNZ's gonna spot. This is a reality now. He does have that combo of toss and avalanche. Actually, walk straight past Spartan there. Casual hello.
It's such a classic, actually. I remember the days when I first started playing Dota, and it was like, yo, you want to play Tiny? All right, you want to play Centaur? Sure. You want a free Blink Dagger? I tossed you in.
Oh, LeBron cheeky. Tried to snipe Skylark there with Soul Rip. 20 HP left on the Bloodseeker. That was close to being another kill. That would have been SPigs' second, actually, of the game. Who was the one kill they got? Yeah, it was on Mitch. They killed the Drow Ranger with the Centaur and the Tiny.
Yeah.
I remember several years ago when I was still a scrub. I probably still am a scrub, but me and my friend, we used to have like, I know this is pub games, but we had like this. You want an easy game? He went mid SF, I went roaming Marana. I would always arrow mid, and just win the early
you were
game
one of
there.
those. Okay, I see.
You're one of those, yeah. I haven't played Marana in like a long time, but back then it was the go-to hero. Thug though, getting stunned up by Stomana, getting bullied out of lane by Skylark and CK, but they get to trade a little bit. I think this is the positive side of having the Undying, is the constant capability of fighting back while DNZ and Mitch kill off Spartan.
This is where this offlane, the Tiny Centaur, they will eventually get tanky enough to deal with the constant chip of a Drow +1. I think the question for Brame is they need to try and reset the lane and play off their pull a bit more. DNZ has done a really good job at preventing Spartan to even get that pull off, and that's why we are seeing him eventually fall. Spartan once again trying to get the pull off. This time DNZ was looking to cover top rune, and this is, as a support player, this is the key timings you need to think about. Is 4 minutes, that's probably the best time you can pull, because that position 4 wants to secure the rune, and Spartan identifies that and instantly gets the pull off. Dying in the bot lane. Ooh, yeah. Very close.
Missed that one. Looked like he was trying to get a kill on Skylark with only a few minus decay stacks, well, minus strength from the decay. Probably would have needed 1 or 2 right clicks in between. DNZ though, he's going straight to this Drow, and here comes Noob. He's gonna punish this Drow right away.
Oh, the classic Noob rotation, eh?
2 kills on this Drow. Spartan's just gonna have to observe what's happening in the lane right now. Here comes DNZ though. Yeah, decent amount of damage. Meanwhile, think about the bottom lane as a whole. CIS is tied up. 2 kills for the Bloodseeker. 1 kill on both Medusa and the Undying. Now the Medusa's actually maybe even going down. Straight up dive. The Soul Rip heal comes out. And a smart back there from Brame was like, alright, we're not going to dive under the tower. However, Focus gets a little bit of revenge in top. Okay.
I really wish I was clicked on who had the mangoes there, but was it LeBron force feeding mangoes to Thug, or was Thug force feeding? Okay, so it was a team effort of like, please, Medusa, have some mana, don't die. Okay.
So, feeding a
there was more than
snake.
One, yeah. Thug's like, nah, stop, and LeBron's like forcing these mangoes down his throat. Eat, boy, you must live. Yeah. You must have strong bones.
Lots of mangoes and lots of Soul Rip heals. Okay, same thing again. Soul Rip into stun. Your mana's gone, but your HP's back. LeBron is here and still mana and might have just overextended. No mana for decay though. LeBron needs to find an opening. He finds it because the pathfinding screws Stomanen. And the tip in the face. And a tip back. Alright, the respect is coming. While on top, Centaur's gonna die. And that's gonna be a second kill for Focus. It's gonna be actually for Spartan.
Yeah, I think both teams, the safe lane, are doing really well to identify when a team overplays their hand. So in bot lane, when CK tries to go aggressive, but meanwhile Noob, he's trying to get a quick kill on DNZ, but just has enough damage. There we go.
Beautiful. Everything connects from Noob.
Mm-hmm. But no, like I was saying, it's the fact that CK Bloodseeker, they don't really do enough damage when Medusa has more point or mana shield and also more levels. So Undying's able to capitalize on that. In top lane, the Drow, the Brame, they instantly identify Tiny's missing and get the kill on Centaur. But Dead Wish dies mid, so overall, it's still going to be a net win for SPigs with the fact that they are able to find these big kills in the side lanes.
DD has now been popped by the Snapfire. They are sitting under an obs ward though, so they see the Snapfire being around, meaning Focus is just going to hide in the trees. Downside, slowing down this Drow from ever hitting level 6. And they're using Exorcism in mid, so they're going to force the Glyph, get some damage out onto this tower. Noob's forced back as well. Spartan's behind the trees. Tiny's walking in with thinking like there's no danger. Here comes Stamon and Spartan. Here comes LeBron as well. And Wish is already dead. No survival for him. Snapfire surviving throughout this combo. Spartan chased away. DNC's got a toss available in 3 seconds. 2, 1. Should close in the gap. No, not yet. Wait for it.
He's trying.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Cookie. There we go. That should do it. Stamon and Frozen. Another stun though. But Spartan, his life comes to an end. Death number. That's the 13th kill. As we're almost 8 minutes in the game.
This tournament so far has been an absolute bloodbath, sorry. And yeah, I think again, Brame, they really wanted to try and apply pressure with that DP ult 6 going to mid. But SPigs identify that. They bring their heroes in. And both teams actually have really good cheap damage early on. But SPigs with that tombstone value in the Tiny, they do come out ahead in terms of the support value.
Yep.
Rupture onto DNZ. Will he be able to get the TP off? Nope.
Oh, the stun came off Stamanen, but it didn't cancel the teleport.
So damn close.
So damn
close.
He gets to live.
Oh, Noob's invis. Look at him top.
The Stampede as well. They're going to clear off the Drow. Meanwhile, Stacks are dying in the jungle. Undying is dying in the jungle. Still holding his ground for a very long time. He's not actually even dead. What the heck?
Spartan decided to farm the camp.
Stamanen. Alright, okay. He cleans up the job. The camps have been cleared. And Thug, well, chased up. Here comes the Stone Gaze. Noob is also getting some damage out onto Wish. Gets the stun on the DP, but your damage output, oh, it's lacking. 4 heroes from Brame putting up the aggression. Still chasing DNZ. Looking for the stroke of fate. Skylark diving under the tower. Dodges the soul right, or the blood right. And the toss under the tower. 2 hits onto Skylark. Still living through it. Here comes the Mystic Snake as well. It's not going to kill him, though. Nice, beautiful stun from Mitch onto 2. Onto Wish as well. Inkswell has been popped as well. Does he get it off in time? He does get the stun on the Centaur, but he finally gets right-click down as LeBron is there in between. Noob is also taken away by Spartan. And it's a 2-for-1 for now. LeBron chased away. Stamon right after him. He's got 4 seconds until he has another stun available, but he doesn't need it. The Reality Rift is going to be enough for him. And Brame are going to walk out victorious in this trade. It's a 3-for-2, but actually, now that I looked at it, I'm not sure if that's too good. They lost the Drow and the DP.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Hard to say. T is baffled.
No, I was taking a moment to soak it in. It's just like these fights
did
are
for
so,
me as well.
It's just like all out fighting, all out aggression, and normally you see teams be able to get that extra little bit of something from it, but right now there isn't any +1 to the fight. It literally is, let's meet in the river, let's fight, and then we'll back up and farm. And so far Brame technically are coming out ahead with the 2k lead, but with their type of lineup, I think the next minute or two is a big decider where they need to really take a fight and take an objective. They have DP, they have Drow. These are big objective takers. They need to try and get through the damage of Snap plus Tiny plus Undying, and then maybe they can start dominating the game. But for right now, these early fights, it's forcing SPigs to really clump up. It's mitigating Medusa's ability to flash farm, and that's why we are seeing this early lead for Brame.
It's feeling like a up the ante kind of situation. That pace, that tempo is definitely going to increase in the minutes to come. They want to start taking down those objectives, fight around their cooldowns like they do, but DP is still under-leveled. That doesn't have that level 2 exorcism available. Not yet. By the time that hits, that should definitely be a call sign for Brame to go. Trying to keep up this catapult pressure at least. Skylark tanking the tower. Keeping the catapult still alive. 500 HP, now less than 500 on this tower. TP's coming in. Spartan, they're sitting right on top of somebody's mission. They get a beautiful soulbind on 2. That Mortimer's Kisses is going to kill off this Grimstroke nevertheless, but the Centaur is dropping very low. Here comes DNC as well with a Tiny looking for the backline as well, but he's one fall. He is about to die. They do get the Stone Gaze off as well, and Wish is still holding his ground with the Exorcism. Stamanen will fall, and he melts in the hands of Noob. Now focus. So Bloodright does give some vision onto this Undying Wish. If only he had some Soul Siphon charges remaining, he might have been able to slow down that Undying, but it doesn't happen. However, the tower is down. And again, a 2-for-2 trade, both sides.
And this is where Brame are able to actually get that +1, like I've been mentioning before. It's the fact they take the tower, they're able to really start making their mark. And I think now you see the bot tier 1, the mid tier 1 fall. Medusa's now in that triangle top. Guess what the next move for Brame will be? It'll be reset, go again, take top tier 1, and suddenly SPigs will have some issues with accessing their jungle, and that's when the Medusa drafts can fall victim to not enough map to play.
Yeah, it's just like a very, very casual, well, not almost anti-mage game, but something like that, where you just lose your map control and it's like, all right, where do we find the farm?
Exactly, and when you have these heroes which are like, there's so much pressure on SPigs to have this Undying and Tiny do a lot of work. Centaur doesn't do damage.
Yeah.
Snapfire does. Medusa needs farm. So if you're able to take away some of these factors where you, let's say you kill the Snapfire at the start of the fight with a great initiation, suddenly SPigs, they just can't fight at all. And like I said, Brame now smoked up in the top lane, looking to keep applying that pressure, but they do walk into a wild LeBron, who gets to wander away quite quickly.
I'm not sure if he saw them himself, but at least Brame knows somebody's there. The ward's been placed down as well. They definitely see this Undying. Maybe they were hoping to catch a wild Medusa farming in the triangle. Sadly, Thug will get the time to farm freely. They do find DNC in the trees. Oh no. Same thing again. No vision, no stun, no cancel on the TP.
Good old stuns, eh? Kind of make or break a game.
Just being a tiny bit of a step ahead of your opponent. We've got a Veils coming up on Tiny. What do you think about this?
It's the classic itemization with a Snapfire. Snap goes Ags, you go Veil, he gobbles you up, throws you in, you then Veil, have a toss. Into Mortimer Kisses. It's quite a chunk of damage. Yep.
That's a lot. Good synergy there. Is there any other item you would have gone for, or is this the optimal one?
It's pretty much the optimal build. You go for the Veil, and then soon after you should get Blink from the kills that you start participating in. Again, the question here for SPigs is when Tiny commits, where's that extra bit of damage outside? Like right now, it literally is Avatos and then ult from Snapfire. Other than that, it's 3 heroes watching, hoping that they do it all. And with Brame, it's basically 4 cores and a Grim. And they're going to be able to potentially survive this, or at least prolong the fight long enough to offset SPigs' continued damage in a team fight. Like that comes when Medusa has some farm.
Drow's finishing up a Hurricane Pike. Yasha's been picked up too. Is there anything on the neutral items part? We haven't actually looked at those. Still tier 1,
Let's
tier
have a
2
little
is going soon. But no real MVPs. I would like to say SPigs is the better ones with a faded brooch and the jelly.
Yeah, I think for sure on paper, just the Arcane Ring, yeah, 100%. They have better neutral items. Medusa likes the move speed, the mana. Tiny likes the extra ability to spam spells.
Yeah.
Anything on Snap's good, but then for Brame, you got a shovel for Drown. Yeah, it's okay. Arcane Ring, that's right, but not as good and clean as SPigs.
Yeah. And they're still also, they're just tier 1 items, but in some cases, some of those tier 1 items might actually go a very long way.
Well, it helps with the early fights for sure, but
definitely.
Then again, SPigs, they got the better neutral items, but they're losing the fights, and that is a product of the heroes that they have. Don't worry.
Exactly.
If neutral items were that good, my god, they would be broken.
They would. I mean, in the later parts of the game, they might have a big impact, like sometimes these very clutch silences or hexes like Princess Knives or Mindbreakers. They might kind of like put you off balance for a second, but that's all you might need. That 1 second of chaos might just be the factor for a team fight. But yeah, like you said, the heroes that they have can't really benefit from those items too much in the early game, as Brame, 3,000 gold ahead, double net worth lead on their cores with the Drow and the Bloodseeker. Medusa's holding up pretty well though, 7,000 at the moment on Thug, keeping up a good pace.
Yeah, the key thing here is Brame have not been able to break down that tri-camp from SPigs, not be able to take away the Ancients, and that's why you see Medusa still equaling the farm, but also the net worth has remained at 3,000. This is the type of game where Brame could have easily brought it up to a 6-7k lead, but I think they're a little bit concerned that they don't want to overstep their mark.
On in a trouble. Beautiful stun. Mortimer's Kisses on 3, and they're just burning Brame's heroes alive, at least forcing them away nevertheless. Wishes down on Stamanen as well. Mitch with that 3-man blink stun on the Centaur makes a big difference here with LeBron taking the bait in.
You talk about how items can have just a moment of brilliance, and that blink reveal from Centaur, that was the big timing. That was just the big reveal. Instant Centaur stomp into instant gobble up, and then, yeah, they fall. Brame trying to play aggressive, but positioning, unfortunately, was their big downfall here.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
The shock and awe. Though, Death Prophet never got to use Exorcism. So that's something that SPigs also need to worry about, is if they take another fight right away. Oh, gobble up into the jungle. Finding the Bloodseeker. Mitch can't get the follow-up stun because Spartan's already there. He gets the silence out first and focus. Well, they thought it was a good idea, but now Noob's thinking that maybe it wasn't such a great idea to toss my friend in because it was a trap.
Yeah, now,
and now
that being, yeah, exactly. Now this play happening outside Roshan, a big misstep from SPigs. You never want to play against these type of lineups outside of Roshan. Gobble ups and cooldown for 12, and maybe Roshan will fall just in time. It's going to be kind of close. 5 seconds?
5 seconds, yeah. Yeah, they have the time for it. Mortimer's Kiss is used up as well. Skylark is burning. Burning.
Oh,
the Ring of Fire. Roshan's taken out of the pit as well. He's still sitting on 2k HP. Wish is approaching the battlefield. Thug, 1 more second for that Stone Gaze to be available, and he gets it just before he runs out of mana. DNC has been killed off. They used the Stone Gaze, but there's nobody there. Mitch goes for a 2-man stun, gets Stomanen, gets Wish, and he's slowed up into the Blood Right. The Gobble Up takes down Stomanen at least, so one of the birds just... I don't even want to say what that actually was. Spartan, though, Inkswell has been used, walks into the front line. Soulbind connecting on the Medusa illusion with the Mantis, and he's being surrounded from every direction. Medusa is taken down. Focus with a triple kill. And Brame, I think they might have just secured Roshan for themselves. Snap on the high ground. He's been revealed. LeBron is right there. He's going to tank the stuns. There's going to be another stun as they got the Inkswell following up on Noob by Wish. DNC's there as well. The toss into the air. Snapfire silenced up again. He does break the bug. He's got a cookie. Goes for the turnaround, but instantly cancelled by the Yules. Beautiful play by Wish. Doesn't allow the stun to go through. And a melee range gobble up. That won't really do much. 19 minutes in now, and this fight still keeps on going. Another toss here from LeBron. Looking for the kill on Skylark, but that Soul Rip. Level 4 does 0 damage. Focus right-clicking away. The multi-shot takes down DNC and LeBron. Brame, they have done the most important fight for themselves, and they have pushed back SPigs, I would almost say, by light years, as now they get this Roche as well.
Yeah, that was the weirdest engagement I've ever seen outside Roshan. It was the constant aggression, but with no damage. Crikey.
It's a lot of battling indeed. Thug, well, Stomanen hasn't given up yet. Throws another stun onto
he wants
Mitch,
fight.
locates the enemy.
Look at him. He's hungry.
Yep. Nice 2-man stun again from Mitch, but wasted damage follow-up. Mortimer's Kisses might do the job, might actually burn out Spartan, but they need to get this focus kill. They need to burn the Aegis at least, but he's too far away. Meanwhile, Thug, 1 more second for the Snake. He's going to use it, and the CK, here we go. Mitch gets him. 12 all up on the money. 2 kills taken, but the Aegis remains.
Just a battle of overextensions. It's the battle of who can try and force the hand a little bit more. And SPigs, they tried their best to fight outside Roshan, but Brame capitalized on the buybacks. And then after that, you have Brame then running in very deep, trying to get onto Medusa outside her tier 2, in between the tier 1, which is still alive. And then both supports die, so such a weird game. But Brame eventually do come out on top because they did get the Aegis. But my god.
This game is everything, feels like. It's like super hard to predict as well where this is gonna go, but thank God I have you here with me because I don't know where we're headed to. This could, it just feels like it could go either way.
It's like SPigs really tried their all to punish this Roshan attempt, but they just missed one hero that goes, alright, let me take this fight and follow me. And Medusa, she's so squishy. We saw how that Soulbind, you just can't move. Especially when you get Soulbind to your own Manta, you're like, oh well, just gonna slowly walk away together, and yeah, they just die so quickly. But Brame, they need to make sure they stop. Like when they win a fight, they're trying to do that +1, that that old style of we won the fight, let's get more. And with their lineup, they kind of use all their spells to kill one hero. The next hero is pretty much impossible to kill. They don't have stuns. They don't have that instant gap close though. They need to respect how their lineup allows them to win one fight. They need to take a breather and then go for the next one soon after.
All right, what is our next item for Medusa? Thug's got Manta. He's got an Imp Claw. Gonna hold on to it. Picking up the Medusa. People skipped away. I was thinking that he might actually put it on. But what's the next item we're gonna go on Medusa here? Scotty or
potentially Butterfly, but it doesn't feel good at all this patch. Maybe just Skadi to survive and be tankier, but you kind of want armor. Like, I feel like no item right now makes Medusa feel too confident in the fight. So
I feel the same. It's like you can have like a standard build, but it's not like the difference maker.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say probably Skadi into then either Satanic then Rapier probably is like the game-winning build here. Just be so tanky that you can get ruptured and stand still, have the life steal to survive up against the annoyance, and then you do the damage with the Rapier. But again, very, very difficult.
Yeah, this is definitely a Rapier game if it ever stretches that far. Meanwhile, Drow is picking up a BKB that will basically render her immune to the gobble ups, the tiny initiations. So those big stuns that SPigs are using to lock down Brame heroes. Using a gobble up on a CK illusion. Smoke has been revealed. It's actually a smart play there by Stomanen with his illusion runes.
Just getting the old vision out.
Yeah, because that's like you're using the gobble up on the illusion while you're smoked up, and then you force the right click after, and like,
exactly.
Oh, right.
What's happening? But instantly, they're trying to go for that smoke. The issue here is SPigs do have the high ground vision. They are pinging it. They're like, we need to control this high ground. Do they have a ward on them? Spartan doesn't have any ward, so if SPigs look to fight here...
BNC goes in for the toss, try to blow up that Aegis. 200 HP is all they need. They get it. Mortimer's Kisses will be enough with the damage. The Soulbind is used up. Here comes the Stampede. They're going to go straight in. Spartan will go down onto Skylark as well in the backline. Medusa does have that Stone Gaze available, and Death Prophet is held in place, but then they take down Wish. They will take down Focus. They will turn their attention towards this DP as well. Brame has already lost 2 heroes. Can they still turn around, or are they all on a full run? Because CK is going to get caught next, and Mitch and Noob, they're going to make sure this CK doesn't run anywhere. Now onto Wish. Wish and Skylark on the run. Noob, another gobble up available in 6 seconds. Mitch, he's got to blink in 4 seconds. Double stuns are available. DP doing some maneuvers around the tower, waiting for it. What's going to happen? There's the gobble up, trying to look for that evasion, and he will get the evasive action there, but the web is there, and the stun from Mitch follow up as well. But DP still held alive. Here comes the toss into, that's the cookie in as well, as this Medusa still at 400 HP. Meanwhile, Mitch dropping low. Thug is almost dying as well. He's got to be very careful. The Blood Right comes out as well, but it doesn't quite connect. LeBron doesn't get hit by it. Wish is just taking the fight straight to the Medusa. 150 HP. They're desperately trying to keep her alive. They will. They get the Soul Rip to keep him there, and Wish instead is falling, and Wish is dead. So they will find a kill, and this Tiny also did buy back into this action here with LeBron. Now Stomanen gets the stun on Medusa, and they can't get him to die. They just can't get him to die. However, DNC and LeBron will fall. Medusa TP's home. Mitch is looking for the teleport away, and he won't get it. Focus gets a triple kill. Brame finding kills. SPigs. Well, you do the rest. It's a long fight.
I just don't know what to say, mate. Like, I think we've just been spoiled with like all the other games that have been happening. We come back to watch this Dota, and it's like, it's so beautiful to watch just the rawness of the game. You know, where SPigs, they win the fight, they then get on the choo-choo train of aggression, plow it down top lane to outside the tier 3s, hoping to try and force out a buyback or something, and nearly Medusa dies, but then survives at the end. And I don't know what to say, mate. I'm gonna take a breather for a second. You can maybe.
You're gonna take a breather after me. Just.
What do you want me to say? It's like it's just a fight. There's just so much fighting, Panda. All right.
All right. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. Fine.
Thank you. I'm gonna drink some tea. I need a break.
I will channel my inner play-by-play spirit, as this game definitely seems to need it. Not that we had enough fighting in the previous series. That 186 kill game, and then we have this. We've got 47 kills in 26 minutes, almost a 2 kills per minute pace. Almost. Only 5 kills short from that. And we get our double numbers. Brame leading by 6,000 gold, 5,000 XP, and SPigs.
Smoke time!
Smoke time! Focus is in mid. Gobble up. Yes, no, yes, no.
Gobble down, gobble down.
Gobble down.
They ping the mango tree. Can anyone kill the mango tree? They can toss on the spot, and that's about it.
Feeling like they might think about it. There's a dire scan. Focus does the right thing. Sit under the tower. Wait for the danger to avert. And LeBron. Shadow Amulet stuff, maybe? Maybe set up a 5-man Shadow Amulet stack here and do something with it? I don't know. All right. We have a little bit of a pause to go with. So I think this is
in the game.
Deserved breather for both teams.
Okay, so realistically, where the state of the game is, it's Brame, they might be 6k up, but it's now about who gets the jump. Because with SPigs, Medusa now has items to be able to enter the fight. She has that mantle, she has the Skadi, she wants to be present. The question is for Brame, are they able to have good vision? I think, unfortunately, for Brame, this has been the big downfall of their engagements. They've had the right idea, the right desire to fight, but they've never had that perfect vision to play around. If you think about this bottom fight in this area, the reason why they were able to capitalize on that was they had the vision to make the jump. You move towards the top fight here under this ward, they lose the fight because it's pure radiant vision and then them being chased back. They get a triple kill because the fight extends to this area here. Again, look at the minimap. We're now at a point where Brame, they need to have one decisive play in which they can either jump to Snapfire or at least bait out these initial spells, the Avalanche Toss, the Gobble Up, and then look to take the fight after. They can't be grouped up, they can't be clumped, because again, if you want to reference when the Centaur has Blink Dagger everywhere on the bottom portion of the map, this fight area here, about 10 minutes ago, this was what properly stopped Brame from just winning every fight, was that big reveal of the Blink Dagger. So vision is critical right now for Brame to win a fight, even when the 6k up.
Yeah. Bloodseeker's drawing some very hectic circles here into the dire triangle. They're somewhere here, probably.
I think they are here.
Yeah. I think what we could do is an extra piece of graphic. I could stretch an extra scene on my OBS. Put like this only Dota, but stretch the mini map so it's on full screen. So you can do like all these, you know, like if you have a pause and have these drawing analytics of mini maps. Yeah,
we can. I think we did that. So at one of the BTS, I went to Nomad's house and we tried doing that as a small segment, but with the setup that we had, I was on a laptop on a bed casting, so I couldn't really do it. But for sure, we could factor this in. This is our own production value. We'll bring that enlarged minimap.
Should we let the chat decide? Is that something they want to see?
Sure.
Because we can set it up for tomorrow.
Yeah, there we go. Would you like to see minimap analytics talking about macro gameplay? Yes or no? I'll see you in 5 minutes, chat. If you say no, you won't offend me. If you say yes, it might offend.
Because we can try and make it work. It might look silly, but we can try and make it work and see how it works out.
Yes, we like silly.
Minimaps has a lot of interesting stuff that's rarely drawn out. Everyone's always drawing something. People are like, what is that? What is this? And I think we have the right person here to actually talk those through. That's TeaGuv.
We'll give it a jolly good go.
We'll give it a jolly good go.
Exactly. Medusa v Drow. Drow actually has BKB that she hasn't had to use yet. Yep. Soon to be Skadi. Pretty scary.
Yep, she's had that BKB for a while. That Skadi being ready soon is going to be pretty big, but
look at the double force.
A little bit of roly-poly in the river.
Is that another
low round? I think they've got any opportunities of going in. They need the Snapfire to be right next to them. If Snap's not nearby to gobble up, I think we're pretty clear that this fight's not going to happen. If the Snapfire has a friend nearby, then we know something's up. That's usually their mentality. They're going to use that gobble up as their primary initiation.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole idea of vision. But look how Brame have now fortified their own side of the map. They've decided, wait a second, how about we let SPigs run into us for once? Let them try and dictate the pace of the game. Our Drow is happily farming up. They have great entry jungle vision now inside of Brame. And if SPigs ever overstep that mark, suddenly Brame get to utilize that lead to great success. Because the issue right now for Brame,
that's a beautiful one.
Is when they cross the river.
Skylark does get force staff like double, triple times, so he's back to safety. Still on and lands the stunned ENT. Takes only one right click from focus, but at the same time also glimmer caped, and the detection comes in late. So no damage onto the Tiny. And Skylark gets to lives to see another day. He is still unkilled, actually, this game. 3-0-13. Actually surprised that the Bloodseeker's unkilled.
All these fights have lasted so long, he's always got that high move speed and he's dipping in and out. And both teams, the reason why this game is so weird is because there aren't many stuns. You know, surprisingly enough, when you've got about 2.5 stuns on each team, it is pretty easy to run away.
In a sense, yeah. Talking about he's the only one unkilled so far, and it might just be the first one. Nope, Glimmer Cape.
Nope,
okay.
nope.
Fake hype.
Debated. And it feels like one of those games where both teams are just waiting for Roshan. This will be once again a massive fight. The last Roshan lasted about an hour of fighting. You know, 1,000 buybacks were used. The patch was dropped, but we couldn't download it because they're still in this game. Like,
yeah.
Bottom tower is being attacked.
Them feels.
Them feels indeed.
DNC.
But for Medusa,
yeah.
if we click on her, this is the key thing right now. She's going for that butterfly. She waited long enough to see what the Drow was buying, just to make sure, okay, Drow isn't going to somehow buy like a cheeky MKB or something to maybe deal with me.
Wait.
The Drow fully committed to her and Skadi, therefore allowing the Medusa to go butterfly.
What if?
What if what?
Okay, she's going butterfly now that I see the Talisman of Evasion there, the quick buy. But what if she went E-Blade?
On Medusa?
Yeah.
Could be okay in some games.
It's not like brilliant. I think we're talking about like a D tier item pickup maybe from Medusa.
I mean, like, she just prefers to buy damage and become a turret. Like, why try and survive when you can just split shot kill all?
Okay, what is LeBron up to? Is he tactically baiting? He just dropped himself low HP on purpose to reveal where he is.
Maybe.
He got pinged out because of the passive on the blood.
Maybe he was like, if they know I'm here, they won't go Roshan. Psych! They instantly go Roshan.
Now he's healing himself back up. So, okay, that could have been the big brain play. I like the effort.
Gobble up, misses.
Misses.
Gobble down.
Beautiful dodge by Brame. That's not a home run yet. Neither is that tree. Or sword. Line comes out.
Double rupture.
Look at that range. That is absolutely insane. And Stolmanen gets the grab onto several heroes with that reality rift. The damage on DNC keeping him alive. He still goes down though. And Focus will take down Thug. Medusa's gone for 70 seconds. Brame might have just broken SPigs in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, that instant dissonance. They hit the double rupture. They force SPigs into a choke point fight, but as soon as Centaur jumps the backline, Drow reveals, obviously just uses her first BKB charge. Medusa then runs deep into the river, and there's that big disconnect. You don't have the Undying, the Tiny, anyone to defend. And I think that's the big weakness that we haven't mentioned about SPigs draft. Once you get to the big portion of the fight, where's that save? Where's that way to allow the Medusa to continue fighting? The hero isn't built into their lineup. And when the fight breaks out and Brame are just all around the place, making it all chaotic, they are able to come out on top. And this Drow, she is so fat.
She is.
What I had to say in that last fight, I was wondering, like, what was that, like a CK Ags or something, because of the not the ulti, but the reality rift, but it was actually the soul bind and reality rifting one target, pulling two people next to CK and allowing for that AoE. And here comes the Aghanim's buff. So many illusions sieging up. And since there's no Medusa, there's no breaking these illusions.
An absolute sea of blue sieges the top tier 3.
Gobble up.
Gobble up comes in.
Oh, it tries to get the toss play, but a beautiful force staff once again on the Drow Ranger. Meanwhile, Mitch, the stun on the backline. Medusa coming in with the Stone Gaze, needs to find someone. DNC into the air. The Bloodseeker tossed backwards, and SPigs still in trouble. They just used their primary initiation, and now they have to take the brunt from Brame. How long, though? BKB popped, I wish as well. No Exorcism. Stampede comes out. They're going to go defensively away. Stamanen, he's in the front. There comes the Mortimer's Kisses. They're not landing too well. They're actually not even landing a single one, actually, but they will take down the CK in the end. Meanwhile, look at that Drow just throw those arrows. This marksman just absolutely demolishing Noob and DNC. Mitch with another stun, and Drow's time to shoot another target. It's going to be Mitch this time, as Medusa is in trouble, dropping very low on HP, and Medusa's about to die and will go down as well. No buyback available on this Medusa, and SPigs down to 3 heroes, with Noob coming in with a buyback on this Snapfire. 3 for 1, and a potential another reinitiation on Spartan. Tries to kill off the Grimstroke, will get one. Focus still has an Aegis, but now the Exorcism, it's come off cooldown, it's ready to be used. Wish will throw Noob into the air. Stamanen coming in to back up as well. Mitch will fall, and the Centaur is dead. Meanwhile, Focus will die to LeBron. Okay, out of all heroes, it's the Undying who actually kills off the Drow Ranger, but they finally spot him. He's taken out. That should be it.
Well played indeed. Yeah, they just couldn't stop get this Drow from just pumping out the damage. They covered her beautifully, and she has the Growth Bow, she has the Hurricane Pike. She just hits from a mile away. just Medusa is just not tanky. These ult procs just eat through this Drow, and they really need an Aegis. This SpiderPigs lineup, it was built around taking these cheap fights, taking away that Aegis, giving Medusa that second life, and maybe taking the fight. But Brame, that constant aggression, that constant in-their-face attitude, it did look a little bit clowny, but eventually when Focus is able to keep top net worth the entire time, he just eventually comes out on top and just rips through SpiderPigs. They just don't have the damage. This Medusa just doesn't have a game.
36 minutes in with 56 kills in this game. Absolute massacre has been going on, but Brame might have just done it. SpiderPigs, well, Thug versus Focus. Finally a straight up 1v1, but Focus, he doesn't want to take an honest battle against the Medusa.
Nope. No honest battles here, sir.
No honest battles. Rapier has been lined up. We don't have a BKB on Medusa. It doesn't look that the BKB has ever actually been something that Medusa really needs this game, but we talked about, is the Scotty big enough? We're looking at maybe a Satanic. Went for the Butterfly instead. Now lining up a Rapier. Needs to get that Rapier really fast as well.
Radiant's middle tower is taking.
You mean like Dash Gold 999,000?
Good old greed is good / 9,000. Oh well. Doesn't look like you're gonna get greed is good because somebody's just written "Who's your daddy" into chat and the game's over. Soulbind has been used. LeBron and Thug forced away. It's gonna be back off cooldown in 40 seconds again, and they are smoked, at least partially. Gobble up melee range onto Stamana. Saved with that Glimmer Cape. He pops his ulti and a massive drop there. I don't know if my PC can handle it, but Mitch ruptured up, held in place, multi-shot. Oh,
Spawn's in.
He's just going ham. His Grimstroke doesn't give a damn. He just keeps on going. Undying's gonna fall next. Wish, Exorcism with all that buff on him. Okay, he's actually falling here. Dog's actually doing a lot of damage onto Wish. Spartan though, another blink with the Inkswell stun, and Focus gets all the time in the world to just keep on dishing hits. Medusa's out of the way. Mitch is about to fall as he has no backup. He's got no friends around. Noob. Can't do much here. He did have his Gobble up available, but didn't get to use it. And Brame, they're just running over. GG's called. SpiderPigs tap out. Game 1 for Brame.
Yeah, oh, what an interesting game. It really had a roller coaster of emotions where we had pretty good highs with Brame, some pretty lows for SpiderPigs, and it was just topsy-turvy. It felt weird to watch. I think let's be all honest here. A lot of fighting, but I think at the end of the day, Brame's idea of fighting was always about stopping the Medusa from cleanly farming the triangle and just making SpiderPigs react a lot. And that's kind of what happened. That is pretty much the TLDR of the fight. A lot of fighting, Medusa having to enter, and then Drow always maintained top net worth. She was always #1. Medusa, though, she wasn't able to really get to the items that she wanted to be that Tara. And when you give Brame this Bloodseeker or Drow, I think these are their two best heroes, in my opinion, since watching them in the open qualifiers. And they showcase that if they can get over that hurdle of a little bit of over-aggression, sometimes some awkward fights, they do scale beautifully and they know how to execute with these two heroes. But this was a game of back and forth, and both teams overextending their hand a lot. So I have no idea what's going to happen in game 2. Like, congrats to Brame in game 1.
Yeah, we're gonna quickly slide into our cameras here as well at the same time. That was game 1. We're really finding a pattern of a lot of fighting, a lot of brawling today with all these teams. Yeah. I think when it comes to SpiderPigs, I couldn't expect any less than to see them fight a lot. But Brame doing the same thing. Is this like the Greek mentality that's been like infected to all the other players in the teams, that they just want to fight?
It's beautiful to see when both teams subscribe to the idea, right? Because if it was SpiderPigs and Brame doing two different things, like Brame being over-aggressive, like if SpiderPigs didn't always have that chase built into them, they decided to farm the map up and Medusa got maybe one more item, the game could be different. But with both teams playing equally at each other's throats, it eventually led to Brame winning, but it was such a roller coaster. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen in the next game.
Well, there's not too much to add to that, except that if you're feeling thirsty right now after that game, well, you can't wait what's going to happen in game number 2. So get your monster energies ready and prepare yourself for game number 2 of this best of 3. Are we going to see a tie-up, or are we going to chug more of that energy juice to see a game 3? We'll see in just a bit.